Yo, welcome to the Spit or Swallow Beer Review. I'm doing some Pisgah blueberry wheat. It doesn't say blueberry in the front, but it does say it right there. Blueberry wheat. It's American wheat beer, according to them, and the Beer Advocate gives it a 88 fruit and field beer, they call it. But if it's got wheat in it, it's got to be a wheat beer, right? 5% ABV. A well-balanced wheat ale brewed with blueberry puree and a touch of hops. Without overbearing sweetness, this beer tastes great any time of the year. 69% organic ingredients. That means 31% is non-organic. So that's the ones that will kill you. Right? And I found my thrill in a blueberry wheat beer. So let's do it. Pisgah, I've seen them around here, but I haven't seen a lot of them. So I did get this. I think I have one more by the old makers of beers at Pisgah Brewing Company, which is out of, I believe it was Mount something, North Carolina. Let's check. Mount, not Mount Olive, Popeye. Black Mountain. They're out of Black Mountain, North Carolina. Let's get into it. Pisgah. What a weird name. Now, there's a road around here called Pisgah Ave or Pisgah Road or something. So I don't know if something in the Carolinas is big about something called Pisgah. I'm going to look that up, actually. Let's look that up. Wow, it looks almost purpley, but it's kind of like weak. Almost looks like a very watered down grape Kool-Aid or something, yeah. Like hints of a grape color in there. Or what is Pisgah? Well, we're about to find out, right? Yeah, so I don't even know what the heck that is on the label. Is that supposed to be a broken earth or what is it? Pisgah definition: a mountain ridge of ancient Moab, now in Jordan, northeast of the Dead Sea. Ancient Moab. Dead Sea. From its summit, Mount Nebo, Moses viewed the promised land. So supposedly Moses was on this mountain and was able to view the promised land from there. But Moses never entered the promised land. All right, there we go. Well, I didn't know it was some sort of holy name on there too. But I did write down Pisgah. I wrote down, how many words can I get out of that? And I got quite a few. I'll talk about them in a little bit, but let's get to the beer first. While you're waiting, if you got a pen and paper, you can write down however many words you can get out of Pisgah too. I got 21, but I did it real quick with the help of my friendly roommate. Here we go. Oh yeah, so the color, kind of a weird pinkish yellow, maybe a hint of grape coloring in there, but kind of hard to describe that. Yeah. But maybe almost looking like a wheat ale, but a little bit, a tint of some reddish purple in there. I don't know. The head is still filmed on top, thin, very thin, about 3 fingernails thick. Let's do it. Smell. Definitely smell the wheat more than the blueberry. I'm not a big wheat beer fan, but I'll try to get through it. We'll see. It smells almost like a burnt wheat also. I'm not even smelling blueberry. Maybe a hint of blueberry. I'm smelling more of a burnt wheat smell. Let's do it. Cheers. Label out, right? Label's out. Well, still get a burnt wheat taste in there. Or maybe it's a burnt blueberry with the wheat. I don't know. There's a slight wheat blueberry. Kind of a burnt flavor in there. I don't know if that's the wheat. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, I've had some blueberry beers before. Unless I got a bad batch. I don't know if there's a date on this. I did buy it from where did I get this from? I got this from a place inside Forest City, North Carolina. The Prickly Pear Coffee Shop and Bar or whatever. Something like that it's called. I can't remember offhand. 5/9/24. So is that the best date? So it's past that date, but should be all right. I mean, a little bit more than a month from there. I don't know. To each their own, right? I mean, what does Get on Beer Advocate? 88. I mean, I don't know how. I'm looking at some other people's scores. There's some people give it like a 2 point whatever, but there's a lot of people give it like 4.25, 4.08. So it's a mix of reviews in there. To me, that's like, yeah, I'm surprised it got an 88 with some 2-pointers in there, but not a fan. All right. Definitely a slight blueberry, but the wheat taste, I'm picking up like a burnt wheat or something or whatever type of wheat. I'm not a big wheat beer fan though, so maybe what it is, maybe it's the gluten or the whole wheat that's in there, the 12 grains of wheat, you know. Just doesn't do it for me. I hope I got a pale ale by them too. I hope that's a lot better. I'll give it for what it is. It's not even that flavorful of blueberry. I don't know how to pick it up that much. There's a little bit of blueberry, but not that much. I know there's only so much you can do with beer with flavors. You know, you get a blueberry beer, it's not going to taste like a blueberry pie or not even going to taste like Boo-Berry, the cereal, you know, most likely. So we should probably be a lot better than this. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's not even good. It's just a little bit less than good. I'm going to give it a straight up C and a swallow. That's all I can give this. And there you have it from the Shagdog. Now let's get into the blueberry Pisgah. How many words did I come up with? I came up with 21 words of Pisgah. And here they are. The first one, I can't write the head. I don't know why this one came to mind first, right? Gash, Gash. Then sag, Sag. Could be saggy balls, saggy whatever. It could be short for Sagittarius, Sag, right? Has. Is that your pronoun? Has or has been? Gas. We all get that, right? Ship. S-H-I-P. Yeah, you get ship out there. Pig. Hey. Hag. H-A-G. Yes. Ash. I don't know if this is a word or not, but I wrote it. If you tell me if it's not a word, if you're actually watching. Aphis. A-P-H-I-S. Gaps. G-A-P-S, right? Hip. Hips. Plural. I don't know if this one's a word, but I wrote it down. Pish. P-I-S-H. Let's see if that's actually a word. Is pish a word?
Here's the definition.
Not that. I didn't say fish. I said pish. P-I-S-H, right? No. Let's see if that works again. Is P-I-S-H a word? Yeah, it is a word, actually. Used to express annoyance, impatience, or disgust. Pish. So that's probably where they got piss from. I'm pissed, right? Could be. Where was it? Hit, pish. Ship. Gasp. I'm sure there's probably more words I could have got if I looked at it longer. Sigh. Sip. Spa. Pa. Hey, Pa. Is that you, Pa? Is that you, Pa? Yeah, me and Josie got the gold hidden right here, Pa. And hi. Hi, neighbor. And then also the best word in the whole damn list, shag. I never got called Shag in the one place I worked at for 10 years. I left for about 2 years, went back for another 4 years. I never got to get called Shag because there was another employee there. His nickname was Shaggy, which that used to be my nickname way back in my high school days. And one of my Army units knew about it. They called me Shag there, Shaggy, because one of my best friend from high school, Kevin Dieter, God rest your soul, brother. When he wrote me letters, he was in the Marines, he'd put Shaggy. And the mail clerk in my unit was like, "Is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." So everybody knew about my nickname, Shaggy. I didn't mention it in my other 2 units. And then, of course, when I was bowling with Jammer, he's like, "Oh, you got to I got my own bowling ball." He's like, "You got to engrave your name on it." Well, what's your nickname? You got to put your nickname on there. I'm like, I don't want Shaggy on there. He's like, "Well, how about Shagdog?" And I'm like, that sounds pretty good. And that's how Shagdog came about. Not because I don't like to shag as many girls as I can. I'm not a dog. I'm just Shagdog. The coolest dog you know, right? Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. All right, let's finish this beer. I'm sure I probably get some other words out of there. Probably could, but yeah. Pizza, right? Pisa. Pizza. I think that's a word. It's Italian for pizza, right? I think. All right. Yeah, this blueberry. I was hoping for more blueberry. I think me and Jammer did a blueberry by Sea Dog one time. I think it was Sea Dog or Shipyard. Shipyard. Maybe Sea Dog had. I think Sea Dog had a blueberry beer back in the day too. More blueberry taste of this thing. I'm hoping their regular pale ale don't let me down. I'll probably drink that next week. I'm not sure if I have any more fruity beers left though. Ooh. This might be it though. What time is it? As you know, I work graveyard shift, those who know. So 3:00. I don't work tonight, but it might be time to get to bed. I've been on vacation for the past week, so it's time. I got to go back to work Thursday night, so it's time to get back into the rotation of things. Go to bed this afternoon. It only took me 2 or 3 days to get used to a day shift schedule. 2 or 3 days, probably. Now I got to get back to that night shift schedule. That sucks. Yeah, well. Yeah. I mean, if you like blueberries, it's not real bad. I mean, as far as the wheat taste, I just don't like wheat beers, but it's not the worst wheat beer I've ever had. I was just hoping for a little bit more blueberry taste, and it's just a tint of it. Pisgah's, I guess, motto is "We all drink downstream." Hopefully not from an actual stream if you're camping, because you know what some people and animals do in streams, right? Well, that was weird. At that time I went to take a sip, I picked up a hint of on the smell, a little bit of hempiness, a little dankness. A little bit, actually, like some skunk weed or something. I don't know. Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, we get the beer review back to our status. I think it gone downhill, especially with me and Jammers being separated. Me in South Carolina, him in Florida. We're not doing beer reviews. We haven't done a beer review together since the day before I moved, actually, which was September 15th. So September 14th. So last time we did a beer review together, physically together, of 2021. That's the last time we did it. And I went back to Florida back in December of 2022. And we met up with each other to exchange some beers, but we didn't get to do a beer review together, so that kind of sucked. Oh well, what can you do, right? At least we got technology. I have a feeling that Jammer went back to bed. He was watching earlier, but I think he works tonight, or maybe he's off today, but he's got other obligations. I think he is off today. Yeah. Yeah, this might be my last one. I might do a couple karaoke songs because Shagdog loves to do some karaoke. Check me out. Matter of fact, do your own karaoke on singsnap.com. The website used to be a lot better. Of course, they changed it back in like 2020, 2021. You know, when a lot of businesses and corporations, a whole bunch of people have just tried to ruin stuff. That's when they started trying to ruin stuff. They continue to this day. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just the way it is. You just got to suck it up, right? That's weird. When I take that glass, right, as I'm about to inhale that beer, I get a little dankness. Kind of weird. Yeah. Maybe it's a blueberry dankness. Who knows? Yeah, I think I might do a little couple karaoke because I love singing, especially when I had a couple beers in me. I love to do live karaoke. Of course, I'm getting older now. I'm kind of getting like Bon Jovi. I can't sing as good as I used to, probably. Although some of my local fans would probably say I never could sing good at all. But yeah, I'm going to do some karaoke. I might post them on Facebook. You never know. I wish I had some better songs, but I'm going to start. I used to download like the music version of the song and upload them you could upload instrumentals on the karaoke site and then you just add in the words yourself. Matter of fact, you go to lyrics website and copy and paste, but then you have to, it doesn't, on the website, it doesn't do like highlight the word as it goes. It actually highlights the whole line all at once. So if you don't know the song, it doesn't really help you. But yeah, you have to hit the space bar to highlight the whole line and then highlight. So I try to highlight it at the beginning of the words, kind of keep it simple. But it's kind of hard sometimes. Some people don't upload them good and don't put the words on there correctly or highlight the words correctly. So it's really hard to sing if you don't know the actual song. So, but I try to do my best. I missed our glory days of doing karaoke. I'd have to say we started doing karaoke in 98, 99, me and Jammer, somewhere around there. I started bowling in 98. It had to be 99 we started doing karaoke. It's probably like, no, it had to be 98, Thanksgiving. It had to be a month or two after we started hanging out with each other. I think it was that turkey shoot. And they had the women's club come in with karaoke to the bowling alley. And that's when we started doing karaoke together. And then we started search for places. First, we started off with some small places. And then we went to the big time in town. Matter of fact, the Sunday night battles of karaoke, they weren't contests, but man, we used to go to karaoke on Sunday nights at a bar called Cheers in Zephyr Hills, Florida. And it was very competitive back then, 99, 2000, probably up to about 2003. Very competitive. People wanted to sing. You're like, oh, I can't believe this girl has been up there. They skipped us. They skipped our rotation. They got her back up there again. This is her fourth time singing. Yeah, it was very competitive, especially for Jammer. I broke out. I had my like 4 or 5 bread and butter songs to begin with. That's the same 4 or 5 songs I did all the time. But after about a year or two, then I started breaking out. Okay, let me try this song. Okay, you just crash and burn. Okay, that one didn't work. Take that off my list. Yeah. But you got to know your key and all that. But you'll have a good DJ occasionally, like they used to have way back in the day. They would bring the music tone down, to your voice or your key that you're singing in. At least bring, if whatever key the song was in and you're trying to go too high, they'd bring it down so you would bring it down also. So it was pretty cool, actually. It had some good DJs there at one time. So. I used to love to do karaoke. And Jammer used to get a lot of compliments. Matter of fact, the wife of one of the DJs came up to him one time and said, "Wow, you do a really good job. Yeah, country songs and old 70s songs and whatever." Jammer's just got a wide variety of songs. Now, he's not really good at hard rock songs. Some of them he do all right. But as far as hair bands and super heavy metal, Jammer can't do. But, Guns N' Roses, some of the Patience and Sweet Child of Mine, stuff like that. Certain hard rock songs he could do, but his hard rock range was very small. But everything else, country, 70s rock, 70s folk, 70s disco type, not disco, but, pop, I guess you could say, for the 70s. The Jammer's range is pretty good. So she came up to him and said, "Wow, you have a very good range. You're very good at songs, and blah, blah." I'm like, "What about me?" She goes, "Oh, you're pretty good at some of those rock songs." At least I got that. So, but I did have one guy come up to me one time. Where Jammer had me crash a Christmas party. It was his sister's workplace Christmas party. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to get you to dress up in some slacks and a shirt, sweater, or whatever, and I'll be there in about 20 minutes. I'm like, "For what?" He goes, "Don't worry about it. I'll be there in 20 minutes. We're going to a party." I'm like, "Okay." Should have seen the look in my girlfriend's face. I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to a party with Jammer to a Christmas party." And he said it's a Christmas party. I'm like, "Okay." Hey, I get in the car. I'm like, "What do you mean Christmas party?" He goes, like, "Just whatever everybody asks you, you're so-and-so's cousin." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm crashing a Christmas party. One of his sister's friends, basically I was a guest of hers, her cousin. Said she didn't have a guest, so that was all right. So we went there, did karaoke, but they didn't have karaoke for very long. It was like 2 hours of karaoke. So after we did a little drinking and stuff at the Christmas party, decided to hit one of the local pubs there in Dade City, Florida. Southern Nights. It's also been called Happy Days. I think it's called Happy Days again now. It was Southern Nights. We went there. I did Caesar Remedy. I couldn't believe it was the first place I found it had Remedy for karaoke by Caesar. It was like right after the song came, about a year after the song came out. And I sang it, and this dude came up to me. He's like, "Oh my God, was that a Nirvana song?" And I'm like, "No, that was Caesar." He goes, "Wow, well, that was a really good job." And I could see maybe confusing that particular song by Caesar with Nirvana because it is kind of like clip the wings. It's kind of raspy, I guess. And Caesar at one time, before they became big, they were actually a Nirvana cover band. So, there you go, right? Yeah, blueberry wheat beer by Pisgah. I gotta go take a Pisgah. That's how they say in New England. I tell their friends, "Hey, I gotta go take a piss guy." They say, "Yeah, I gotta go take a Pisgah." I go take a Pisgah. There you go. That's your New England translation for the day, I guess. Right. Anyhow, Spitter Swallow beer review. Shagdog, gone on too long. I think I want to do one more beer review, but thanks to one viewer watching, whoever you are. I might do one more beer review if I get a thumbs up or something. But I think I might go do karaoke. Yeah, might as well go do karaoke. But that's it for this one. Shagdog, Spitter Swallow beer review. Summer fiasco, but today wasn't a fiasco at all. Pretty smooth sailing with the beer reviews. And yeah. Jammer will be back next week. I might join him. We'll see what days he does beer reviews and what time. Summer fiasco beers will go to next week, and then after that, it's the Day of Beer Dependence, 4th of July. Yeah, Mount Drinkmore. Yeah, I will see you on the next one. Matter of fact, our original Day of Beer Dependence, that might have been 2012, actually. We actually went over to my mother's house to do beer reviews, because my ex didn't want me doing beer reviews that day for some reason, whatever. So we went to my mother's house to do beer reviews. She had a little American flag. We had a garbage can lid, the plastic ones, and we had like a blue cloth type thing. It had American flags and sparkles all over it. We put it over the garbage can lid, poked a hole in the top, put the flag in it. I had that in front of the beers, had the beers on the side, and we called it Mount Drinkmore. It's pretty damn unique. Wow. Anywho, you know the thing. Yeah. And I am the real Shagdog. I can walk and I can talk for now. Oh, that was kind of some foamy burps there. Let's do one more. One more beer review, right? One more for the Gipper. Shagdog Spit or Swallow beer review. We got one more coming up. Make sure you tune in. See you on the next one.